Hello everyone. So you're probably watching this on YouTube right now, or you're watching this live on Steam. To be honest, we're 1 week from the release of Forge Industry, and we did not have the time, or I at least didn't have the time to sit down and create our general content. So instead, what we'll be doing is we'll be playing the game again. I'm here accompanied with two of the developers. One of them is Thomas. Say hi, Thomas.
Hi.
And then we also have William, who is currently MIA, but he's gonna pop in probably in a minute or so.
He's eating a pizza.
Yeah, and the goal is pretty easy for today. I'm gonna be playing the game. I'm gonna be speedrunning it, so I'll be showcasing some of the more complex mechanics, because if you don't know yet, you can actually go and play the demo right now on Steam until I think the 26th. But if you're not really used to the game, we have hundreds of hours in it already. I've been playtesting it so much. So I figured that we can showcase some of the more advanced concepts as well. So I think, yeah, we can go and start. I don't know, do we have anything to add? Oh, I see William has joined the chat as well, or has joined the voice call again. Give us a quick hi.
Hi.
Hi. So you guys are also following my screen share, right?
Yes.
All right. So we'll be going on planes. You cannot randomize the world in the demo, but we're gonna be fancy and we're gonna actually create a random world.
Next Vesta seed.
Next Fest, man. So we hope this should work. We've had some problems with World Gen before, but hey, if anything happens,
Works perfectly.
It works perfectly. Developer guarantee. So yeah, once, as you can see here, I also have this little speedrun window I added just to add some fun into it.
You do know you have to start the timer though, right?
The timer is starting only once we've started loading. So that would be, well, soon, right about now. Well, let me check. Here we go.
Oof.
Okay, so we have, for those who don't know, this is our current world, it seems. We have our harbor over here. And then here we have this nice abandoned art atelier. So let's not waste any time. Let's begin. Let's connect our buildings. Thomas, do you have any preferences? What should we do first? Just make money, or should we immediately go for the architect atelier?
Maybe do it step by step and focus on the atelier first.
Okay, well, because so you can do the atelier actually without really having to craft anything. So it's a bit of a, depending on what you want to do. So for the atelier right now, we need some planks and we need some iron ingots. So the way we get planks is through our wood saw. So you put in logs, turns into planks, and then you bring those to the atelier. I can actually cheat because I'm running the developer build, so if I wanted to, I could just debug, restore, and it wouldn't cost me anything. But we're going to do it legit.
Also, everyone that just joined, welcome. I see we have over 300 people already watching, so very nice.
Damn, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys handle the chat. If you have any questions about the game, about what makes it special, I'll give maybe a quick pitch for those who joined. It's a resource management automation game. You are a blacksmith, but we don't have conveyor belts. So a Factorio and such has conveyor belts. As you can see here, right now we have these roads. Of course, no one's walking on it yet. So we can actually change that by creating a new route between Marketplace and Woodsaw and assigning some workers to it. And then as you can see, we have some workers that will be moving back and forth throughout all. As we'll get later into the stream, you'll see it become more advanced, but for now it's just these two. So let's get started. Let's buy some oak logs. We actually have the tutorial to the side as well. I'm not gonna follow it exactly because I've played this so much and we are truly just focusing on getting that atelier restored. So we need planks. Planks should be crafted now. I'm actually gonna increase the game speed a bit so it's not as slow. As you can see, let me put this to the side. We are right now processing, making some planks. We already have 8 of them. So let's create a new route just to drop them off quickly. What I'm actually gonna do instead is I'm gonna add a storage crate to serve as a buffer. And I'm gonna actually delete the route these guys are doing. It was more of a demo. Can I delete them here? No, I cannot. I go to my routes here. And what we do now is we'll go and create a new route from here to our wood saw. And then from our wood saw, we go first to our storage crate before we go back to the marketplace. So the difference then is that everything will be stored here centrally. So we don't have to let our workers basically work. Well, I'll show you immediately what I mean. I think it's easier to show. We create a second route now just to go from the storage crate, our buffer, to the abandoned atelier. And what we're going to do is we're going to let them transfer any item. So no matter what's in the crate, we can use this crate as our dumping ground basically, without having to let workers walk all the way over to the atelier. I think that's about like the most efficient you can get, right, Thomas?
I was totally not distracted by chat, but sure, what he said is true.
Okay, yeah. So what we see here now is we're starting to get some planks in here. And that brings us to the second part that we need now, which is the iron ingots. So how do you get iron ingots? Well, we have to use a refinement station for that. So we can just put that in our world. But we see here now, actually, there's no workers. So we have this little icon over here that says like, yo, we need some workers. We can always add some more. We hire the workers and you see our workers are going there.
Keep in mind, most workers do want to get paid. So, you know, you have a daily cost on them.
Yeah, indeed. Now we have a new icon that we need to deal with. We're missing a heat source as well. And you can see this is somewhat similar to the wood saw, but here down below we have our heat requirements. So there's various kinds of fuel that you can use to really fuel your forges and get everything smelting. Right now we only have access to one kind, which is just simply coal. So we can buy a bunch of coal as well as iron. Let me actually check. We need 20 ingots. And then once again, we create our new route from our marketplace or refinement station. I'm going to do actually the same, send it to the storage crate first so that our ingots get dumped there. And then our hard working workers down here will make sure it gets transferred to the atelier. Let's just make maybe one. And then we'll add another route just for our coal. We're not doing anything too fancy with our routes yet right now, but once that we got some more buildings unlocked and we have a bit more money, we'll go and get a lot fancier. Right now, why do I really also want to unlock that architect atelier? So it has two main purposes. One of them is just researching new buildings, because of course, we only have a forge and a refinement station and a storage crate, which is quite bare. But what we can also do is we can actually move buildings, because I don't really like how everything is so far away from each other, but right now I cannot move them. Once I get everything sorted out there, we can really make a more efficient world.
Maybe go into a bit more depth about how the routes work, that we have multiple stages you can go through and stuff like that, because that's also something that's greatly different from a Factorio, perhaps.
Yeah, I think actually is William available? Mr. William is
when I unmute myself, yes.
Yes, you are the guy who was responsible for all of our path finding, all of our routes. So maybe you have the best answer, whereas I just provide the calming, keep the engagement things in the background video. So basically, I think Thomas wants to talk about our routes, how it differs from a Factorio, for example. And
yeah.
The largest difference is, well, the fact you don't actually say, oh, item X goes along this line to place to the other place. It's a lot more.
Go with Marnix,
free.
The new route window.
So it's a lot more free, as in you tell the game like, I went from A to B.
My camera just died. Well, let me see if I can very quickly. No, I cannot quickly fix this. Well, we're doing it without camera now. There goes the engagement. You were saying, William.
Yeah, it's a lot more. You leave it up to the game to decide how they want to transport from one position to the other position. You just give the order to do that. And then you also have to make sure your infrastructure can actually support that. So if you have two buildings and you say like, okay, 20 workers bring items from the wood saw to the marketplace. If there's not enough place on the road, you're just going to bottleneck your production line, because, well, there's only so many people that can walk next to each other on a dirt road.
Yeah.
And that's where the slightly advanced part of the pathfinding comes into play. The workers do try their best to avoid each other on the road. Well, if you don't give enough spaces on the roads, like they can't really avoid each other, they'll start going slower, they'll start bumping into each other and standing there for a few moments before trying to move on. And I think it's a unique approach to resource automation, because normally it's just like, okay, I want item A8, I want an item to go from the wood saw to the marketplace using this exact path with the conveyor belts, and it's always going to do that perfectly fine. Now you also have the traffic approach that you need to consider.
Yeah, so I think we always described it as it's very easy to get into. Like, you can easily create a route, go from A to B. But if you want to truly optimize everything, you don't have a lot of roads. You just have perfect timing from when a worker is walking over that road and when he isn't. And that's, yeah, we always say easy to learn, hard to master. In this case, yeah, it's very much so, because once you have a lot of traffic, it becomes harder to manage. Like here we can see workers go out of their way, in Marnix's example, so they can work happily.
Yeah.
Well, if we put a lot of workers
like a
there,
perfect like he's got a perfect balance of workers on the path. It's smooth. It's soothing to watch.
Yeah, indeed. And as I'm gonna be adding more workers walking through them, you'll see that they also actually use, like this bottom one here. If I can click him, he decided that, you know, the top road here is too busy for him, so there would be congestion. I think actually a great way I can showcase this is if I delete a road below him. Okay, we're not running too many workers at the same time yet, but I can fix that in a bit if I want.
You saw one get pushed away and take another path.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me fix the road again before they start freaking out later on, and I'm like, why is this so slow? What we are gonna be needing now, because I want more wood saws, because wood saws are really good at generating money quite easily still, is I need some sheets, and these sheets we make in our forge here. And actually I'm gonna move this one closer to there as well. I'm gonna add a second road here, connect the two of them. And what we need to do now is we need to provide both of them with coal. What I like to do, that's very easy, is I just make a multi-stop route that goes to both, and for both of them it just brings some coal and it takes nothing back. This is the easiest way really to like fuel up multiple buildings at the same time. I'm gonna call this one coal run, and just one worker should be fine. Oh, we don't have enough workers. Luckily we can just hire some more. Let me see. Our worker is going over here. No, that's the wrong worker. Well, there was supposed to be a worker here. Let me see. Let me create that route again. Back to marketplace, and then to our forge. We get some coal. We move nothing, and we get some. Oh, I see the problem.
Yeah.
And we get some more coal. Yeah, now we have our workers going. And I'm actually gonna make another market order here as well to make sure that we always have coal. Let's say we always have 10 coal in our marketplace to use. Let me not do the wiki. Yeah, and our tutorial says that we should research a new building, which is what we're actually working towards. I can actually edit this, which is what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna add some iron ore. So we have a constant supply. Let me rename this to coal and iron.
Maybe explain what you just did.
Yeah, so what I just did is I created a buy order. So but then when I first started playing this game basically, or like first did this demo, our wood saw, when I first started playing the demo, I had to manually go in and I like, oh, I'm gonna buy some oak logs. What I've done now is I've made an order, and I'm like, every time there's less than 10 of these items, you can specify, or you can specify how often you want to buy something. It will actually go and fill that up again. So you can see like it drops to 9 every time and then it comes back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new route, this time to go our refinement station, and then from there to the forge. I'm gonna transfer our iron. The refinement station is gonna make ingots, and those ingots are then gonna be used in the forge. And we're actually gonna bring it from the forge to our buffer crate here. And then we repeat the loop again. I'm gonna give 2 workers because the loop does take a bit of time, and I'm actually gonna move this buffer crate a bit closer as well. So let's see what's going on in here. We have currently 15. Yeah, so we need a bit more planks. Oh, what I just saw there as well actually is, now that you can see, we're starting to get some congestion. So you have the red icons on top, which is like, William, can you maybe, it's basically that, oh, there's no place to move here right now.
Yeah, so every dirt road can have up to 2 people on it at once, which means that, well, they're trying to go towards the wood saw, for example, but they notice, oh, there's already 2 on the way there, so I'm gonna stay here to the side and wait until there's actually place for me to move towards the wood saw. So they'll actually go out of their way as well. So if they see like, oh, I'm walking down a route, down a road, and there's like a little path to the side and people are coming from the opposite way, the worker will actually go to the side path, wait there until the other workers pass, and then continue down the road. So they'll keep track of each other, each other's position, basically, to make sure that they don't over.
This poor worker trying to get coal there is getting bullied by the rest. It's so sad.
Yeah, but so
he actually is. The one at the cursor there. He's just bullied. He's not allowed to go there.
He's stuck right now. Yeah, I should be able to.
So this is how the traffic works, and it's a big bottleneck.
Culture.
So yeah, you have to manage it. There are different road types where you can have more workers at the same spot at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the things you can unlock in the architect atelier, for example.
Yeah, because right now we just added more space. Really, I feel like this guy is also just like, I think he's truly just died. Because he has the space to go, but he refuses to do it.
I don't think he has.
Where does he want to go though?
He keeps getting bullet back.
He has space, I feel. I think it's more dead, but let's see. Are we still crafting our sheets? Oh, we have a lot of sheets actually. But they do not seem to be transported to our storage crates. Let me actually check. We gathered. It doesn't pick him up. It seems iron sheets. In which case, let's just create a new route just for this. Make it another sheet. Give it a worker. Okay, I'll need some more workers. It's not coming. I've noticed that as well. That's why we have the developers here. So I can just yell at them, be like, why does this not work? And they can deal with it at a later point. Yeah, now this boy is picking up. He's a bit stuck in traffic as well, but he makes it through, dumps it here in the crate, and it's been picked up. And it's after the architect LDA again. So now we have...
Someone in chat is asking what the runs options means at the bottom of the screen when you create a route.
Yeah. So that's actually a really good one. What we have now here is, okay, we have 15 iron sheets. So if we open that route again here, now the runs are at 0, which basically means go and do as many runs as you want till the infinity. That's what everyone is doing right here. But in reality, if I pull up the recipe here, I only need 3 iron sheets. So what I could just as well do is give it a run count of 3. And then, yeah, as it says, after it has done the run 3 times, the worker will just go back to the recreation area and not work anymore. That route will be finished basically for a while. Because now, as you see, I already have 5 iron sheets in here, which actually I do not need. So let me go and, man, I have a lot of planks actually. I'm gonna create a new route to sell some of these so we can get some more money. We need some more workers. And then let me check. Oh, actually we need also more transport. I see, because You see the worker right now has to walk quite far around. What I could also just do is draw an extra road there. And now he doesn't need to go as far. But I think I messed up actually his... Oh, I did something dumb. I don't know if you guys noticed. What's the issue? Why are there no planks being delivered? He was always bringing back the one plank he took. So he was eternally just carrying the same plank back and forward. Let me speed this up a bit.
What's it called when you try and appear as if you're actually working, but you're not actually working?
Yeah, you just...
I only know the Dutch word.
You just keep pretending. So yeah, what I can do here now is I have the one guy, but I want like for a while to do it a bit quicker. So I make a 20 run, for example, to just carry oak planks to the architect's atelier. So these two guys will show up, and once they have done their 20 runs, you can actually see here as well, were they... Okay, I know they have enough timing now, but before one of them went around actually. Make it a bit less hectic speed-wise, but we should almost be there. How are we doing down here? Our crate is... Okay, we're starting to sell a lot of money. We started at 15,000, right now we're at 12,000, but we're dumping a lot of money right now basically into researching some new buildings.
You selected 20 planks, but I think you had to do 40, right?
Yeah, the thing is, this guy is also still just carrying along on its own.
Oh, okay. My
Yeah,
bad.
so it was just like more of a temporary, like, increase the speed that we're working at. But let me actually see what... I'm gonna see what else I want to start unlocking. I'm considering the quarry. I don't know what you guys... Either the quarry or the Fostner station, because the end goal...
You need both.
You need both, but I don't know which one first. We also need to...
I should go quarry. You need a lot more stone.
Yeah, and actually we have a problem as well. Our harbor is on the other side of this water. So we are gonna need a route, because if you see my dirt road here, if I try and draw it, well, it complains that it's not valid because you can't put dirt on water. That's not really how dirt works.
You should invest in some roads.
Yeah, but I think for roads we actually need the quarry first because we need marble. So we need more ingots, we need more planks, we need staff, and we need string, and we need a bunch of gold. So this is actually pretty easy to get, although I think I am going to actually fire everyone in a bit and redo, now that we have a bit more money, redo our entire structure of how everything works here.
Something that may be interesting is, for example, we see staffs over there, but people probably don't know how they make staffs in this game. So how would you go about finding out how staffs are made?
Ah, that's where the wiki would come in probably. You're very certain that this works. So here you can see every item we have in the game. I don't know if it's in the demo, all of these items are visible as well. I think this is purely...
I think all of them are visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you can see where can you make it. Oh, you can make them in the wood saw, and if you're not certain about what was the wood saw again, you can click through and here you can see, oh, I actually make different parts, all of them in the wood saw. You can see like how many workers does it require. So powering one wood saw requires 2 workers and placing it costs 450 gold. So this is the wiki, because we had a lot of issues where people were like, I'm not really sure how to do it. So we added this one very recently, really, just as a bit more of an explanation. And thank you for the art style, Killer Khan. I did that.
Why do you have to boost his ego like this? Please.
I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna cherish the memory. But so what
you're gonna frame that comment?
Yeah, I'm gonna frame it. What I am actually gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of everything. I'm gonna move everything around here a bit, because now we can start, now that I have the wood saw as well, I can start with like optimizing a bit more how my forge is constructed. So what I usually do is I create loops, and every loop is a standalone contained unit usually. Add. Let's put that one next to it. Let's connect them all. I'm actually just gonna get rid of this whole ugly. We actually have multiple selects, as you can see there. Oh, He just died because there's no route. Let me fix that for you, little guy. Same with this boy. But we can fire him, actually. We don't need him. Because I really like the... Is it a bit overpowered? Probably. I think the wood saws are slightly OP still. But hey, that's not my problem. I'm gonna profit as much as I can. And we're gonna be making some money now. So what I'm gonna do is... I'm gonna make a dedicated wood cluster, basically. So I'm gonna add a storage crate here. And my goal is just to fill this up with all different kinds of wood products. I'm actually gonna maybe add a second one over here. I'm gonna make one for staffs and one for planks, because you can never have too many planks, really. Of course, we still have our market order, so no matter how much we order, we should be fine. I'm actually gonna move this one a bit more closer centrally as well. And now, yeah, we just do it all over again. I create a new route, and I'm gonna actually once again make it a multi-stop one. Oh, we need to go back through the marketplace. So go from marketplace to woodsaw, marketplace to second woodsaw. This is the first one, and then we go one last time marketplace, and then our third woodsaw. All of them bring the logs, and we're not gonna let them return anything else, so that the buffers fill up inside the buildings itself. Assign a fair bit of workers to it. And then these two I'm gonna configure to work as plank makers, and this one actually has to become staffs. So my route here is already bad. I need to make a new one.
You swear you've played this game before?
I swear I played this game before. I just forgot that you make staffs from planks instead of logs. So only these bottom two are gonna be processing planks, whereas this one is gonna make staffs. So this one returns no item and no item. Give it 4 workers again. And what I can do now is I make one route that just goes to a plank storage crate. And I'm also gonna make one route that just goes over here, make staffs, and then I'm gonna make those staffs go into the second crate. I'll give these a bunch of workers as well. And what I can do now is now we're gonna get some bottlenecks actually, because now we're having about 10 plus workers. They should be doing all right actually still.
I've seen a
not
few get
completely
pushed back
happy.
already.
Yeah, especially here, they're now like complaining because it's so close. So what we can do is also...
That one guy is hogging all the space.
Yeah. It reminds me a bit of your mother, but...
What? What did I do to deserve that one?
Actually, I forgot to do the split of research buildings. I'm not the best at this.
Pro speedrunner.
A pro speedrunner indeed. You can tell I never speedrun. We need 10 string also to research the quarry. So that one is quite easy. We'll just buy 10 string. Create a new route from here to there. Transport the string. And here is a prime example of, for example, I can say I want 10 runs, just one worker, I have time. And I'm actually going to build a new road, because otherwise it needs to go around quite a bunch. And I'm actually gonna build this out as well. So now there shouldn't be any bottlenecks for getting wood anymore. Oh, and we need to actually deal with this needs some more workers. Oh, well, we don't have enough workers. How are these chests? Oh, it's not being transferred. Can I get some developer commentary?
I think you have a lot of staffs, man.
Oh, I think the problem is here easy. I'm transferring the wrong thing.
You're welcome.
You can also edit it, by the way.
Not
Marnix is deleting it for some reason, but you can edit what you are transferring.
Can you?
Yes.
I swear.
For the past 6 months or so.
Oh yeah, you can. You just can't change the building. Wait, now I have 2 routes. Now I'm confused. Oh well. Let's get some more workers in here. Okay, this is filling up nicely now. We have our string. Wow, we have a lot of sheets actually. Do we even need sheets? Otherwise I'm gonna sell them. I don't think we do. Let me make a route from here take the sheets and sell them.
I'm really going to laugh if you end up going bankrupt in this stream.
Oh, I'm going close. I see.
Yeah, I think you should start selling quite swiftly.
Should be fine. What I can actually do if I'm really worried is I can just pause everything. And now I have enough time to think about what am I actually gonna do.
If you're really worried, you just open the console.
That's
Nobody
a true
knows
developer.
of that existence, William. I'm not sure what you're saying.
So fun fact, right now you can see there's a very big pause up top, but until like a few days ago, there was nothing, and as you can see, the game looks a bit broken right now. So I think internally I logged like 3 different issues where I'm like, guys, is this broken? Only to then like realize that, oh, I paused the game and there was like no easy visual indicator. Okay, so this one has, oh yeah, we need to sell some stuff. I see clearly now.
Yes, you need to sell some stuff.
Thank you very much.
While the game is paused, as you can see, you can still manage all your roads, your people, stuff like that. So that's very nice if you're in a pinch.
Hey guys,
financially,
what happened
like
to my
some of you guys.
UI? Very nice, right?
Yes.
Unpause?
Yeah,
I think,
unpause.
yeah.
You paused it while it was going away.
Yeah, I think there was a little problem there. So anyway, we create a route to our storage.
No.
No. Hey,
It goes away because you're trying to select a building,
yeah.
but it doesn't come back because it's paused.
Yeah.
Cute.
One of you guys will fix that soon, I assume.
I'll put it on pile of things to fix.
Let's sell some planks. That's a lot. Actually, I don't have that many workers, I think. Yeah, I don't have enough workers. How many workers have I assigned? I think I overcommitted. 4. Let's make it 2. And let's sell some stuff. Stuff, not stuff.
I have very big doubts if you're actually going to do this quote-unquote speed run you were talking about.
Well, the issue is we need to get the quarry first. We haven't planks. Oh, I just need iron ingots and staffs. Okay, I can get those. How many staffs did I need again? But yeah, we need 150 marble and just like getting that RNG generated by the quarry. So this tree really, so in the research, this is probably the most OP tree because the quarry, lumberyard and mine, they're all used to generate resources. So this generates stones, this generates their own logs, and this is like actual like coal and minerals and stuff like that. And then the kiln you can use to generate infinite heat sources basically. But of course they have a higher cost in terms of like workers and such. Also, Thomas, I don't know if you noticed, we just made 10,000 gold. So no bankrupt anytime soon normally.
I didn't see, I bet you used cheats.
I did not use cheats. This is being streamed after all.
I'm
so
going to rewatch it later.
You can rewatch it if you want. We actually have this whole thing over here that I haven't even touched yet, that I just realized. So let's actually focus a bit more. We need some ingots right now. Let's make a dedicated ingot one here. Let's make it somewhat in the middle.
I think you need something more important for your workers.
What?
Benches.
Benches? I think I just need more recreation areas actually.
At least place a tree.
I'll place a tree. Oh.
Yeah, they now have no shade to walk. Like they have to walk in full open sun.
I'll give them a tree here.
Beautiful.
Beautiful indeed, right? Now, it's actually, the recreation area makes me think about, we have no workers available anymore, so I'm gonna need to clear up some space. So this is where you have your general overview of where you can see every route, how many workers are currently on that. And then, yeah, of course, you have the workers for each station as well that you need to take care of. So one problem we have now, why do I not have that many workers, is because 5 of them are just chilling here, not doing anything really. So what you would do, and yeah, here, this is another one worker that's being used up. What should we maybe instead focus on the extra recreation area first?
where are you gonna get the stone? You're just gonna buy it, or?
Yeah, we're gonna buy the stone first.
I mean, you can do it, sure.
We need cedar planks though. Man, I don't want to fire all of these guys. Oh man, I'm gonna fire all of these guys. We're having too much. We have too much wood. Which one is it? Wow, let's just go here. Routes. Marketplace to wood saw. Let's just get rid of them all.
It also reminds me of my job, Dancing Mermaid. No further comments.
Oh yeah. So let's sell our planks. And we should change this to, what was it we needed? Cedar.
Yes.
Yeah, cedar planks. How many did we need? 40, I think. Yeah, 40 cedar planks. So that's 20 logs, because every log makes 2 planks. We have to make sure we transfer the right one. And this one is not being picked up, it seems.
I think you made too many planks.
Yeah, but you see, no one is picking it up anymore, even though there's a route here. That's my main worry. We have a lot of people just bouncing around back and forward, not doing that much.
Is there room?
What is the route?
Maybe they are full.
The route is just to go to the marketplace. Bring planks to the marketplace. Oh, it's paused for some reason. Oh,
It runs is on one,
Yeah.
so it might have to do with the runs.
Yeah, let's get rid of the runs. Yeah, now we have some more workers.
Look at them go! What yo?
Yeah, now we're gonna be making some more bank. Yeah, actually, where is our cedar?
We're making bank, but no benches.
We don't have. What do we need to get bench? We need nails, so then we first need the fastener station as well. Still,
Speedrun.
I think the issue is maybe that it's like, it's the mix of, oh, I want to showcase things, and then it gets like a bit cluttered.
Yeah, and you got
And then
unlucky
you
with
have
the seeds.
Yeah, for the
Because we have
harbor.
randomized worlds and
Otherwise,
Yeah.
I didn't have to. Otherwise, what I'll do is
I love
maybe
the seed.
like, in like 10 minutes or so, I can go and like do some cheats, and show some of the other cool buildings. Maybe we'll see about that, just so you can get a bit more of an idea of the full game. I don't know what you guys think about that.
I can live with it.
You can live with that, yeah. Because
I
I'm
will
coming.
judge you very deeply.
Well, you can judge me all you want.
Also, while Marnix is setting up his routes, I'm going to do a bit of sales talks because, of course, we have modding support, which is pretty cool. And that also means, of course, if you're not a programmer, you can still make mods, which is very cool. We have our own toolkit where you can create your own buildings, items, things like that. So yeah, very cool. So if you want to try it out, please do. And I love to see what you guys will make from it.
That was your mod support pitch.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I just wanted to share it.
I just realized, yeah, I have not been planning this this playthrough perfectly. But hey, it seems to be a little bit of an issue also, where
You just lost it again.
this run, like, oh no, now I can put it on 0. It didn't want to go to 0 before. It should be fine now. Let me speed you up a little bit again. Is he transferring things? He is, yeah.
Your route things is broken.
My route things. Oh
You
yeah,
have the extra arrow.
yeah. This has been,
He knows.
yeah, it's been for like the past 10 minutes, I think, but it should be fine.
I'm working on fixing it. I promise.
That's what we like to hear. Let's make a new route to the storage crates, because of course we have our workers over here that still diligently. Yeah, my runs are default on 1 right now, which is why it auto pauses. Let me get some speed back in here. Do we still have oh, we have no more shafts. Oh. Yeah, no items here. I have forgotten now what we're gonna do. Oh, we're first gonna make another recreation area. Let's get started on that 100 stone as well. Yeah, that's like 300 gold. That's oh. Well, I say let's get started on 100. No, 100 is fine. So now, William, help me. If I say 5 workers, and do I give 100 runs or 20 runs now to transfer 100 items?
You need to give in 100 runs.
100 runs, okay.
Yeah, otherwise you have to do the math always, but now it's all... Right now it's just the amount of runs is the amount of items you want to transport. It'll just get divided over all the workers.
Can one of you cool coding guys, by the way, quickly log the issue that I cannot go over like 2 digits here? Like I can press the plus button, but I cannot manually
I've
type
already
in
changed that.
100.
Like
Oh, we don't have
a lot of quality of life changes will be done. In an update.
Let me get rid.
Pretty soon for the route screen, including where if you have 0, it'll also show an infinity symbol to represent like, oh, endless runs.
Oh, that was the wrong item.
No.
Man.
I'll be right back. I need to swap a battery.
Yeah. I have too many routes. I'm just gonna get rid of everything again. Do we have enough cedar?
This is what happens in a recession.
Everyone gets fired and then we recalculate.
Yeah. And Marnix, you know, the big CEO guys, they have a lot of money.
That's oh, we have 26,000 already. That's not bad. And let's add some more. All right. Yeah, so we have the cedar. I think 25 in here and 11 in there, and then the remaining output should be fine. Let's actually, just in case, get a few more logs up in here. Make a new route to the wood saw, from wood saw to the storage crate, and this becomes cedar logs. More stone. Man, I keep forgetting. Which one were we going for?
I think you wanted a recreation area.
Benches.
Yeah. No benches.
The benches I'll do once I use my god mode. We just wait. Let me go.
Almost there.
Speed it up a bit more. There used to be a time where 8x speed was just a guaranteed failure for a game, and you guys were like, we need to get rid of it. I told you, it works perfectly now.
Yeah, I just had to change, like, swap one line with another line and it worked. Just got out of sync.
Yeah. But what's really nice, and like, you know, like all the animations, like this little fan is also going crazy now. So you can see it's also like bound together.
I want to see a windmill.
Yeah, I'm gonna unlock the recreation area still on the legit way, and then we go, oh, I need more oak logs actually. Let me create a new route for that. We have 3 workers, perfect. And we have our 100 stone in here. Now we just need the logs. And we should be good to go.
How many you need?
20 logs in total, so
okay.
Just like a few more seconds. Yeah, of course, there is more to do. But yeah, we didn't want a game that was like 10 minutes. Because that's the problem we had in the beginning, especially now that we've been trying the item balancing a lot more. We have everything, nice.
Ah, finally.
Now it gets a lot easier because now I don't have to like work around the 25 workers. I just need to deal with, I need to have enough buildings, and now, yeah, now we have like 50 workers, I think. I think in the demo, correct me if I'm wrong, the default is 50, no? We like
Yeah,
doubled
it's
it.
defaulted to 50, but you cannot research a recreation area.
Yeah.
So you guys in the demo have it a bit easier than Marnix just had it. He's still bad at the game, but even then.
He needs a handicap.
Yeah. Speaking of handicap, are we gonna have our cheat menu in the final version of the game actually, Thomas? Because if I on Steam on the stream pull it up, everyone can join. Do we want to do that, or do I just go manually here, unlock?
I don't know if we have it. I don't think we have it in the demo at least.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna use our magic powers to unlock all of the buildings, and then we can take a good look. So we have 4 main kinds of roads in the game. We have our the trusty ones we already saw. The dirt ones, those are 2 people. We have some plank ones for 4. We have our brick one, no, our cobblestone, no, our brick ones, and these are our paved roads. The paved roads and the planks, they're actually special in that you can place them on water, and they have these nice little bridges. So
3 times the price though. Bridges are expensive.
that's true, bridges are expensive. That reminds me, I don't have unlimited gold. Let me actually quickly add.
No cheat menu is riot according to Java stock shit.
I think it's gold coin. No.
I always wait. Add _ resource gold coin. Yeah. Okay. Now we can.
Well, you can tick off your 100,000 gold mark.
Perfect. Oh, and let's unlock the harbor in a second as well. So what you would normally do is you would go get something like the planks.
Oof, that's a very expensive route.
It's a very expensive bridge indeed. But yeah, the alternative is you'd have to go and walk around. So that's where bridges, they let you decide, like, what do I want to do? Do I want to go around? What you could even do is like just move your main base of operation a bit closer to the harbor. There's nothing really stopping you from doing it. So if you want, I could move
Except
this.
the cost.
Except, yeah, the cost, the further you try to move something. But in this case, getting 269 gold is a bit cheaper than all of these bridges.
Plus time.
Yeah.
Because now workers have to walk the entire bridge.
Yeah. So yeah, let me get you guys a bench for...
Yeah, give them a few benches on the bridge so they have got a place to rest.
I can't place a bench on the road, so I can't.
Benches aren't allowed on bridges.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, we have a whole bunch of decorative buildings. Those are just to like spice up your world. I'm gonna make a new world, like a new forge area here, where we can maybe make it a bit nicer. I keep forgetting. Okay, so we can do something like this. Make this a
I still want a windmill.
Yeah, we'll get you a windmill in a bit. One of
I want it now.
Here you go. Here's your windmill. One of the buildings that I think we're most proud of because just how it looks. Let me...
Spin.
Yeah, indeed, it spins around. And we can have some other. We have got these cool statues as well. I actually made a mistake here. Okay. And maybe also something I can showcase, Thomas, now that I'm reminded of it since I'm working here. This is something that we have been struggling a lot with internally. I don't know, are we going to do it in the final game? But I just want to show this to you guys. Let me increase.
Oh, it's a good time of the day.
Yeah, it's a good time of the day, but what I just did is I enabled day-night. So normally in a bit, the world should get a bit prettier. Let's actually showcase some other buildings. So we have our alloy station here. Main purpose of that one is to create alloys of specific metals. So for example, steel or bronze would be alloys. I do really like the shadows of like when you play at night, but there's a big problem that should hit in like a bit. And that's these lights are like, I don't know the exact code explanation, but basically my FPS, like it gets pretty destroyed whenever it's night. I don't know, Thomas, do you have any insights there as to how it goes on there?
It's basically all real-time lighting at the moment, which is not performant.
Yeah, I'm like, my computer is like next to my legs and I can suddenly like actually feel more heat coming from it. Of course, the good news is it adds more immersion as you really feel the heat of the forges.
Other games have ray tracing, we just have day-night. Breaks your game.
Yeah. So for example, late game, more late game thing, once you have unlocked the kiln as well as here the lumberyard, let me actually add an extra recreation area, or this is gonna take a long time. I think it's already too late. You can, this building generates logs, and then this building takes those logs and turns them into charcoal. And you can use this charcoal to then like power itself. And it should be balanced just right, that there is a bit of a gain that you have.
But
in just
I did change the fuel values around, so
yeah,
I
I also
it should
changed
still be a thing.
how fast it got generated, because there was a point where it was just crazily overpowered. But yeah, that's where buildings such as also the mine and such come in. And I think, yeah, one other big one for like actual crafting would be our workstation. Workbench, sorry, yeah. And this is where we're actually going to be making all of our swords and things like that. So we have a very high amount of like all of these different weapons that I think it's easier to showcase in our items here. We have like boomerangs, battle axes, various kinds of actual, like I think we have like 9 kinds of swords as well, all like the different styles, like cutlasses, falchions.
And you can also customize these swords. For example, you have different materials. You can make it out of steel, out of gold, or whatever. You can even research more materials or items, because at the start you probably don't know how to make a real elvish blade, so to say. And yeah, that's also something you progress through the game, basically. And also when you make a sword, you know, you have like, what's it called? The thing where you put your sword into.
Scabbards.
Scabbards, thank you.
Yeah.
You can also decide if you want to add a scabbard to your sword and stuff like that, which influences your pricing.
Yeah, and I think, wait, I was gonna say something as well. Yeah, so for example, you have your axe, but an axe actually consists of, okay, an axe in this case is just a shaft and a head. But I think some more advanced ones, yeah, here is a sword. You can see it like auto-populates a bit. You need your blade, you need a grip, you need a hand guard or a cross guard, you need your pommel. And then I think, yeah, this is the scabbard. Scabbards are optional, as well as your pommel. But that, these things, you could, for example, have like a titanium blade and then a grip that's made of like wood, I think. I have a cross guard that's made of platinum. And you can basically make this whole mix mash of various different things, put it together, and all of those things will influence your sale price.
Yeah. And why is that important? Maybe we can talk a bit about the harbor now.
Yeah, let me actually unlock that.
In a very legit way.
So normally you would have to get a whole lot of planks and like nails and things like that to make sure that also 300 stone for an ingot, that you have those processes really built up on getting those items created manually, automatically with your good loops. So let's just assume that we have it here. And now we have our little harbor that has been restored. And this is where really the late game comes in. And I think, Thomas, maybe first we've talked about this in one of our devlogs as well, is the whole buying and selling through the harbor, world UI, or like not our world UI, our world market.
Yeah, it's basically a dynamic market where while you are selling to the marketplace, you are getting the average value of the item, so to say. While here, you can choose who you want to sell your items to. In this case, humans, Goliaths, dwarves, elves, things like that. Yeah. They also have their own things on offer. And here we can see, for example, if you want to buy some tungsten ore, well, at the moment, they have quite a lot in store, because we can see there are 3 green blocks. And we also see that the price is actually pretty low right now, because it's under the market value, so to say. This is probably because they have a lot of stock.
Yeah.
So we can basically offer what we want to pay them, and perhaps we get it, perhaps we don't, because we have to sail over there for like a couple of days. And when the workers return, when your ship returns, my bad, then we can see, did we get to manage it? Did we manage to buy it? This also is something you can also give them your items.
I think we need to patch this one, guys. I
see.
Anyway.
You broke it.
Wait, is it broken?
No, I think this is intended. It's just red because we
It's
don't have
just
an...
it needs tooltips.
It needs somewhat of a better explanation, yeah. So yeah, what you
This
can
time
see here also is you need to keep in mind just shipping out the ship also just costs money. So just getting one tungsten doesn't make much sense. So ideally you'd have multiple. So you'd say like, oh, I want 5 tungsten, and actually I want some rubies as well. Although in this case you can see, oh, the price is expected to drop soon. But you can be like, no, whatever. If I can get it for like, oh, you have the problem again. I can't add more than 2 digits. We'll fix that. Let's just lowball them, and then we probably won't be getting any rupees on our return. So now we just have to wait for the boat to return. Does the boat? Okay, no, the boat does not disappear from the harbor yet, but there should be like a cool sailing out animation.
I also think since it's a debug build, you can keep it on perhaps. Yeah. You get your items back pretty quickly. So we can see Marnix was the cheapskate and didn't get any of the items because
yeah,
they
indeed.
weren't.
Yeah, neither of them I was offering enough money for, so they were like, thanks for coming over here, but you got nothing. Of course, ideally, you'd want to combine it. You wouldn't want to send your ship empty-handed, so you would first put in a whole bunch of stuff that you want to send to somewhere else. So we have actually a whole map here where you can see the various other factions that you have. And maybe that ties us in. William, can you maybe explain a bit more about marriage?
I'm currently typing bug tickets, so
okay.
give me a moment.
No problem then. We really were like, okay, all of this automation is nice and all, but what's the end goal really? And one of the things we wanted to add, maybe inspired by Stardew Valley as well, is you want to like marry other princes. So you have this whole map and you can actually create a marriage request. So everyone, if we go to the marriage here, they have like their little portraits of like the elves, or if you want the Huanti or the orcs, things like that, you can propose to them. And how you do that is we have a dedicated station for that. Let me see where I can find that one. It should be this one, which is our jewelry station. And here you can actually put in a whole variety of precious gems and things like that. And you would bring a ring in, or you would make a diadem, things like that. And you would try and make it as fancy as possible to show your love for whoever it is that you're proposing to. Put that on the ship, send it out, and then hope that they want to marry you. And then if they marry you, you get an increase in your alliance level. So that's another thing that's part of like the markets, is that certain items right now you can't buy. Some items, I think with dwarves, like they're more fancy, there's even more fancy minerals. You can only get them if you have a better alliance level, or they'll sell you more stuff, things like that. And then
it also helps with prices in general.
Oh yeah, you get better prices in general, and you can also have the opposite. So if you send them like a very bad quality ring or whatever, they can actually get offended by it, and they will stop selling to you if you mess up enough. Another way you can mess up is we have this request system. So these are really big demands. Okay, well, 400 stone, where they're like, hey, we need certain materials, the humans in this case, and they need 400 stone in 2 days. So this is where you're more, late game, and you have those big storage crate areas where, you have 400 stone ready to go. You bring it over to the harbor and you ship it out to the humans. And then in return, they'll pay a above market value rate, so 2,400 gold in this case. And also you have a chance of unlocking new blueprints basically on how do I make certain weapons, things like that. So
and something else that's pretty cool is, for example, imagine if dwarves are asking you to make something. For example, a dwarven axe, and you don't know how to make it yet, they can actually teach it to you. So you can, from then forth, always use it and create new battle axes, basically.
Yeah. You do, once again, the alliance level comes in here as well. You don't want to take something and be like, oh, I'll take this, but I won't have 118 marble in 1 day. That will actually hurt your alliance level if you're not able to provide enough materials to them and you just keep accepting requests. I think, did I miss anything, Thomas?
You missed a lot.
Probably. I mean,
material research.
Oh yeah, material research. How could we? We can quickly talk about that one as well. This one is, we have, I think, we can actually see here. If I go to items and I look for the one that has Or actually, I think what I could do.
Or ingots, for example, are a good example.
Okay, ingots are not accepted input here. Let me quickly find the ingot. Yeah. So here you can see there's like all of these different kind of ingots. So the ones, so for example, bronze, rose gold, steel, durasteel, and celestial bronze. Those 5 are all alloys. So you can see also here craftable in buildings, either the alloy station or the refinement station. And what you need to do is you don't know how to make an alloy in the beginning. So if you have this alloy station, but you end up just like throwing some stuff together and you don't really know what, well, you're gonna get failed alloys. Instead, you'll have to first get the material foundry, and then you can start researching the more advanced minerals and things like that. And it's basically just you throw a bunch of items at it, and then you will start researching it, and depending on how many items you put in and also just your general luck, this influences if you actually unlock learning how to make a new material. So that is, I think in general, those are the main mechanics. You have your harbor, you have your crafting, you have your grid system that we talked about in the beginning. And then you have research.
Yeah.
That's what we just had.
World events, but I think you didn't enable it this
yeah,
world,
no,
right?
I think by default it's this. Oh, we need to fix this UI. But basically, world events are a smaller version of requests, and they influence more, your marketplace. So, for example, a world event would be, oh, there's a bunch of forest fires nearby, so oak logs go up in price or in demand and things like that. It's more of it adds a bit of like dynamicism between like every playthrough, so that not every playthrough has the exact same meta to do. And I think maybe one thing that we can still give a quick sneak peek of is like the different kinds of worlds. I don't know about you guys.
Sure.
I've seen enough planes in my life. So if we go back to the main menu, and we can see we actually have 4 different stages. So we have plains, which is the one we're just on, snowy peaks, islands, and desert. And they all serve their own purpose, really. So plains is very generic, and it does a lot of stuff. It's got quite big open spaces and things like that. It has normal prices. But if you're like, that's too easy, I want, for example, snowy peaks is a very mountainous area. So for example, some of the big buildings, I'll just quickly load one of them up. If you have, for example, the quarry, that's an 8x8 building that uses a lot of space, and getting one of those in here is a lot harder. So let me see what this loads. And then we have like the mountains. Yeah, this one we have fixed. So here you can see we also do not have a harbor here, because of course, where would the ship go? It's more like, little lakes up and about. Here we have a gondola instead. So this one you can also unlock, and this functions like UI wise is the exact same. It's just different in terms of the physical building. But as you can see, much more mountainous and hilly here. So just getting one of the bigger buildings, like for example, if you have this refinement station, it already gets a lot harder to find spots where you can actually place them. So your roads have to be more thought about and things like that.
Good luck putting the quarry down.
Yeah, for here, for example, when I played this map before, it's hard to get more than like 2-3 quarries down usually, because you just need so much space. And then I think desert is a bit the opposite. That one has even more like flatness. Desert is what I usually use as my sandbox level, because there's no water on it, and it has...
That's a lot of sand.
That was not what I meant. But I'll showcase islands as well. You can see it here on the loading screen as well. This is, I think, this is my personal favorite, at least, because it also has a good balance of, it's not like that hard, but depending on the seed especially, it can be a bit more of a challenge, because now you can see like, oh, there's a lot more water, but you do still have enough space to generally work around with. And you do need like bridges at certain points, but like I can perfectly make a first like kind of town or settlement on just this one island. And then later on you can expand and things like that to the other islands. And I really like this one as well. And I think, yeah, we're at like 1 hour and 5 minutes now. I think that's the main showcase.
Yeah, I think we only slotted for 1 hour.
Yeah, something like that.
so-
We have so much more. We have like some milestones and achievements and things like that. But I think, yeah, the core gameplay, first 3/4 of this video, we just spent explaining that really. You should have a pretty good idea about that now. Do you want to do the outro for me, Thomas?
I think William is the most suitable for that,
So,
actually.
Okay, well,
word from our CEO.
you guys are useless.
All right. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you managed to make it this far, thank you. I hope you're interested in the game. I really hope you try it out and give us your feedback. You can do so on Discord, for example. We really want to improve the game to, well, your liking. So there's a big button over there. Click it and you can get to our Discord, so you can provide feature requests or make bug, or report a bug, basically.
You can also do that in the Steam discussion pages
Yeah.
themselves.
Indeed.
Yeah. So if you're watching this between now and the 26th, you managed till now, and you still somehow haven't downloaded the demo yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead. First link down below in the description. Download the demo. We make other game dev related videos here as well. This is just, showcasing what we as game devs do, but we'll go back to our other kind of videos where we talk more about upcoming events or just general game design topics and things like that. So if you stuck around till now, haven't seen us before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below as well, as it's a win-win for both of us, I always say.
Oh, that was a YouTube outro you did.
That was a YouTube outro indeed, because we don't have that many viewers anymore. If you don't know, look up BiteMe Games on YouTube. We have the whole development process documented. And I think we're gonna stop it here. Thanks
Thank
for
you
watching.
all for watching.
Thanks for tuning in, and maybe we'll see you guys playing the game later. And if anything else is more missing, reach out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.